Welcome freshmen to this 2024-2025 academic year. This video aims to explain some of the more minute details about Liberty University that are not often communicated well to incoming students. You'll see different sections of this video on the chapter bar and timestamps in the description if you'd like to skip to other sections. The two Wi-Fi networks accessible to Liberty students are EDU Roam and Liberty Wireless. EDU Roam is meant for devices like your phone or your laptop. You'll find the video for this network on my right. Liberty Wireless is meant for all our devices like gaming consoles, smart TVs, and other miscellaneous devices. You'll find this video linked to my left.
One of the biggest benefits of Liberty is the integration with their online programs. Residential students can take almost all of their electives online if they choose so, and depending on the degree, they can even take major classes online as well. These classes are often called 8-week classes, as they're only half a semester long. But they still count for the same amount of credits as a full semester in-person class. They are offered in either B term, C term, or D term. B term is the first half of the semester, D term is the second half, and C term is in the dead middle. But most classes are only offered during the B term or the D term. For a small fee, about $50, give or take, you can take these classes in substitute for any of those in-person classes. And this is up to 18 credits per semester, and that includes your in-person classes. We highly recommend that you take UNIV 101 or Inquiry 101 online as a freshman. There are also 4 required Christianity classes: Religion 105, Old Testament and New Testament, Theology 1 and 2, and EVAN. While I recommend taking these classes in person, especially EVAN with Dr. Wheeler, they are offered in combined classes as well. Religion 104 covers Religion 105 and EVAN. Bible 104 covers both Old and New Testament. And Theo 104 covers both theology classes. This allows you to complete 2 required classes, usually taking 2 separate semesters, in the span of only half a single semester online. If you are already signed up for an in-person class and would like to change it to online, the first week of classes is add-drop week, where you can change anything about your schedule without any repercussions. Liberty also has a variety of transfer partnerships with online subscription-based universities. One of the most prominent ones is called Sophia Learning, which for only $100 a month allows you to take as many elective classes as you so choose. And as long as you pass the class with a 70%, it will transfer as a P, or pass, in the Liberty system. These classes are often much easier than any class taken at Liberty, and can be taken at any time, though many students take them over winter break or summer break to catch up on classes they lost during the semester. Any class not taken at Liberty or Liberty Online is transferred in as pass-fail and does not affect your GPA. Many of you probably saw this with AP classes or community college classes you transferred in. This is good for when you know that you will not do well in a class if you take it at Liberty. For example, a lot of people take biology on Sophia instead of taking it at Liberty because they know it'll tank their GPA. However, some of you are in harder majors and will need these easier classes as GPA boosters. Sureline is a similar service that is popular and has a similar model to Sophia, but the full list of all the institutions that have transfer partnerships will be listed in the description.
For dining options, there are 3 different types of payment options: PlusSwipes, Dine Dollars, and Flames Cash. PlusSwipes are a main method of payment, used at every location on campus except the dining hall. There are only certain food items you can get with a PlusSwipe, but it is usually a meal with a drink offered at most locations. There is also a 30-minute cool-down time between PlusSwipes/swipes into the dining hall. If you want something on the menu not covered by a PlusSwipe, you should use Dine Dollars. They can only be used at on-campus food locations, and you lose any leftover ones at the end of the spring semester. From the fall semester to the spring semester, they roll over. There is no time limit on Dine Dollars. If you can't use a PlusSwipe and you're out of Dine Dollars, then you should use Flames Cash. Flames Cash, however, can also be used at off-campus locations for a discount for whatever venues accept it. Look up Flames Cash off-campus to see every available vendor that accepts Flames Cash. Think of it more as a reloadable credit card, but you also have to use Flames Cash for laundry as well, so just be careful. So there's 2 different options available for these dining plans. One is the regular Freedom Dining Plan, and this will get you entry to the food court at the Reber Thomas Dining Hall once per 30 minutes. It'll get you 10 basic swipes per week to be used on select items at limited on-campus dining locations, but this does not include Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Dunkin', and other main menu restaurants like that. But this also gets you 3 guest passes for friends and family for food court at the Reber Thomas Dining Hall. It gets you $250 dining dollars and $80 of Flames Cash. The other dining option, the Freedom Dining Plus plan, gets you entry to the food court at the Reber Thomas Dining Hall once for 30 minutes. There's 10 plus swipes per week to be used on select items at every restaurant on campus, and these swipes reset every Saturday morning. There's also 5 guest passes for your family and friends to get into the Reber Thomas Dining Hall. You get $350 of dining dollars, and you get $80 Flames Cash. Although the Plus plan is a little bit more expensive, we think it's worth it because of all the more available options that you can get, such as Chick-fil-A, Slim Chickens, Dunkin', Starbucks, etc. You can check how many swipes, dining dollars, and Flames Cash you have in the MyLU app.
The way you're able to check how many meal swipes or dining dollars you have left in the MyLU app can be seen here. On the homepage, you press the 3 lines in the corner and then click on Flames Pass. And then here's a drop down for Flames Cash, dining dollars, and meal plan, being able to see all the balances here and when your last meal swipe was.
Many of you may have arrived on campus with your own personal car. However, the freshmen have to park in the freshman lot with their FF passes, which is accessible by the East Campus bus, bus 72. Any sophomores or upperclassmen, however, are able to get RS passes, which allows them to park at any non-marked spot on campus. This includes the Runkin Pratt parking garage, open common spots, North Campus whenever it's not during class time, the Slim's lot, and more. If you are a freshman but you become a sophomore for the spring semester, even if it's just by credit, you can then reapply for the RS pass, so you don't have to park in the satellite lot. And if you break any of these parking rules, say you have the freshman pass and decide to park in the parking garage or in a common spot, you will get towed, and they will not tell you that you got towed. So it is up to you to not only know that you were towed, but then to figure out how to get your car back. There are also 2 main bus routes, buses 71 and 72. Both stop at North Campus and stop at Commons 1, but the 72 route is a little slower because, as mentioned earlier, it stops all the way at Satellite, and it also goes all across East Campus, while the 71 bus just does the main campus loop and goes by the dining hall and the mail center. Liberty offers a variety of apps that are super helpful to have on your phone as well. The most important one of these is Canvas, of course. This is where all of your classes will be posted, including resources, homework, tests and quizzes, and grades. Top Hat is also extremely important, as it's how you take attendance for all of your classes. You do have to pay for a Top Hat subscription, usually a 3 or 4 year subscription, which you can pay for at the bookstore. Having it on your phone is extremely helpful because sometimes your laptop won't work in class and you still want to get attendance for your classes. E-Accounts also allows you to set up a mobile Flames Pass on your phone or smartwatch. However, once you activate the mobile pass, your physical pass no longer works. You can also view your Flames Cash and dining dollar amounts in this app. The mobile order app, or LU Eats, also allows you to mobile order food from most locations on campus to be ready for pickup whenever you arrive. This is extremely helpful for locations like Starbucks, especially after convocation lets out. The Translock app is also a bus tracking app that allows you to see where every active bus is at in their route. You can also request on-demand rides, or ODRs, through this app, which is essentially a personal Uber for anywhere on campus and select off-campus locations, but usually takes a little time for them to get to you. The Speed Queen app is the app for paying for your laundry on the dorms. You'll see here on your screen is a link to another video for more in-depth explanation of Speed Queen. And lastly, the Champion Safe app, which is in collaboration with LUPD. It allows for instantaneous blue light calls to LUPD and just general safety features for the students on campus.
Next to the Jared Falwell Library is a tunnel that leads outside Liberty's campus to a few strip malls on Wards Road. Within walking distance are restaurants such as Jersey Mike's, Mission Barbecue, Noodles & Company, Starbucks, Sheetz, Colson Ice Cream, Crumble Cookie, Chick-fil-A, and more. There's also another tunnel that runs over Wards Road that leads to Walmart and Sam's Club. Students will need to scan in and out of the tunnel with their Flames Pass. The hours are open from 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Monday through Friday and 24/7 on Saturday and Sunday. Liberty also offers Intramural Sports to all students with 25 different sports to choose from. Sports like basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, pickleball, and more are available. Students can either choose to create their own teams or join teams as a free agent. Students will need to sign into a website named imleagues.com or download the mobile app and do the same thing with their Liberty email information to access all necessary information such as schedules, signups, playoffs, and even statistics. Intramural Sports will be played in both semesters as different seasons.
New students are also given around $600 in book dollars to be spent during their first semester. The students can purchase their books either online or in person at the bookstore. It is highly recommended, though, that you do not purchase your books until your first day of class, because you don't know which classes will actually require the textbook. If a student does not use all their book dollars in the first semester, they will lose them. Therefore, most students cash out their book dollars as a Barnes & Noble gift card, but you can't do that until about mid-September. You can also use these book dollars on anything in the gift shop, such as merch. Most of your book dollars will also probably go to your Top Hat subscription, which is required for attendance for all classes. Ask the bookstore staff if you'd like more details on this cash out process.